Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut. Usually here with Mike Kelly, but he is in DC. That's right. Mike Kelly goes to Washington. I think they're making a documentary about it. First time. It's not his first time, but he's doing some good for our country. I hope. Anyway, maybe he's working on that act that I talked about yesterday to research for us and see if we can get it going. Not a ton of news today, but one of the things I want to talk about is the JOLTS report came out with, uh, with job openings of 7.39 million, which was way above expectations of 71 million. Uh-oh. Did I freeze over there? I don't know. But anyway, I'll just keep moving. We'll see what happens. What else is going on? So that kind of jolted the market this morning a little bit. This increase indicated that the resilience of the job market is still there. It's not going away. For some reason, we are showing that we're doing really well. And that's a positive thing, because right now with the mortgage market, not knowing what's going on, and the housing, if you have a good job, you're going to go buy a house. If you don't have a good job, you're not going to buy a house. That's just logical, right? But one of the things they're talking about is, on average, people who own homes right now have about a $212,000 in equity in their homes that they can tap. And right now, the home equity trends: U.S. homeowners tapped nearly 25 billion in home equity during quarter 2025. So that first quarter, our first quarter, that's the largest volume since 2008. that There we go. That's like huge. So in 2008, when we tapped that much equity, that was the most we had at the time, and then all of a sudden the market went down. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying that's what happened last time. So that's a 22% increase year over year. Lower rates earlier on the 2025 contributed to a surge in HELOC activity. So actually, when you look at HELOCs, the average rate, they start about 8 something and can go up to 12 depending on your loan to value and your FICO score. So it all goes off the Fed funds rates, and then it gets added the margin to it. So it just depends on where you go for those. HELOC rates, they said, was dropped to 2.5 percentage points in the recent quarters. I don't know about that. U.S. mortgage holders carry a record 17.6 trillion in home equity entering quarter two, up 4% from the year earlier. About 11.5 trillion of that is considered tappable. So there's still money out there for homeowners to use that equity, go buy another house, do a bunch of other stuff, stay in their home so that they're don't have to worry about what's going on. Even though there's been kind of, as people have been saying, a slowdown, I just think more people are more cautious. Only one person can buy one house. That's just how that works usually, unless they're a family or whatever. But you can't just. I just see that people are unsure. Plus, we have usually the first week of June, people are on vacation, kids are out of school, all that kind of stuff. We see a little slowdown, lull. I don't know if that's what's happening out there. If that's happening to you, let me know. If it's not, also let us know. But that's really the news for the day. The one thing that keeps slapping us in the face is that Redfin report that I talked about yesterday. It was out all over social media over the weekend, and Redfin reported nearly 500,000 more home sellers than buyers, a 33.7% surplus, the widest gap since 2013. Despite the surplus, national home prices are projected to rise by 3.5% annually through 2027. This marks the slowest growth rate since 2011. But what I want to get at is that statement that there's 500,000 more home sellers than buyers. That means there is 1.9 million households looking for housing, and they're saying there's 500,000 more than that. I don't know where they got their numbers from, but what I can see is not that. The bottom line is there's more equity. There is more housing on the market than there was a year ago. That's a positive thing. There's more choices out there. That's also a positive thing. Because if you don't have choices, you're rushed into stuff. The biggest regret most people have is being rushed into a transaction and not really being able to be sure about it. And that's what if you look at the regrets people have had in the last year, it's being pressured to buy a house that they might not want, or the neighborhood that they didn't want. take your time. I know this just allows you to have more time to look at the right home. And the other thing came in today is May ISM manufacturing reported at 48.5, which is the third month in a row below 50. So that's showing that, uncertainty out there, tariffs, all the other stuff is what's throwing off the market. I say if you can find a place and it's the right price, right everything for you, and you can afford that payment, just do it, because these house values are not going to be here forever. We're not Florida, we're not Texas, we're not some of the places that are having the issues. We're not having those issues. We're not Southern California. We have affordable homes here in Modesto. A lot of people would say, no, they're not. For most people that are coming from all over the areas to buy here, they're saying they're great. And that's what you have to worry about. And that's the same everywhere. All right, so a couple things that we talked about today. The fact that 500,000 extra homes, there aren't those 500,000 extra homes right now. According to Housing Wire, we only have 803,000 on the market. Active listings, not pendings, active listings that are available to be purchased. The other number I found yesterday was 900,000. There is not 1.9 plus 500,000 on the market right now. That would mean we would have to have, in order to have 500,000 more, we'd have to have 2.2 million homes on the market right now. And we don't have that at all. So stop listening to headlines. Headlines are the biggest problems out there. They don't have to be true. They just are clickbait, and just don't read into them, and don't read into that whole social media stuff out there. Get the news from where you really need to get it from. Yeah, right here. That's where, the radio. Anyway, we appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow. We have more news for tomorrow. This is employment week. This is a really important week to see where the market's going with unemployment and everything else. I think there might be some uncertainty right now. I'm thinking by the middle of July, all this uncertainty will be gone. Yeah, mark my words. All right. Make it a great day. Thanks for being here, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.